anything, then that's all hard-coded in there and has to be, it's not dynamic, so it has to be redone. So there's a little bit of work for the user there. So W3 Total Cache, which Matt actually mentioned, is a popular, but it's also very complex. It does a whole ton of stuff and can be very good, but you have to know a lot about how it works and how your website is set up, how your server works, to really get the most out of it. If you just turn it on, it'll work like WP Cache out of the box, but you're kind of missing the benefit there. So that one, in general, how people are using it, it doesn't actually get you, it doesn't save you any more bottlenecks from WP Supercache. It does have some tricks that can optimize things, so I think it is, in general, better from a caching perspective, but still you don't get that close. So that's about as far as you can get with local application caches, because it's all part of PHP. So another approach that you can take, and this starts getting into the realm of things that you cannot do yourself on shared hosting. You could do this on VPS and dedicated, and it's also getting into the realm of how most larger applications actually work, Facebook and all these kinds of things. Actually, first I'm going to talk about this one. So I just wanted to take a moment to talk about our VPS in general. So you can simply scale up any of your websites by putting on VPS, and actually our VPS we're using for it is actually underneath DreamPress. That's how this is also being moved. You get things like adjustable resources. So basically, this is kind of a way to make your site work a little better without optimizing it. So it's sort of the easy approach. It'll only get you so far still, but you get extra flexibility and security. So you can use things like Nginx, which is an Apache replacement, higher performance, but doesn't do all the same things. You can mod proxy, which I know is actually going to be in another talk later. That's a way you can run your own application server or run a standalone thing and proxy to it. So there's all kinds of things like that. And also we support MongoDB, which is a NoSQL. So all kinds of extra cool stuff that you can't do on shared. You also can take full total control if you want to, and you get tighter security as well. I should actually look at what slides are coming up. So Dream Objects is also something that was mentioned earlier. So this is one way you can help improve performance in some cases. If you have a lot of static content in particular, you can put that over in Dream Objects and load it that way, and then not as much of the local disk will be coming there. So Dream Objects, though, if you don't know too much about it, it's just it's called an object store, but that just means you stick things in it. It doesn't have a file system, so those things can be pictures or PDFs or anything, basically. Files. It's called an object store because it doesn't actually have a file system, and I spelled it wrong. So this actually can help with the local disk access bottleneck, is why I'm mentioning it, because it reduces contention on the local disk. So he told me he'd be leaving at the beginning. He wasn't checking that out. So that's actually something that anyone can turn on, and Mika, who's in the audience, has done a Dream Objects WordPress plugin that we do also install with all our WordPresses. You have to do a little bit of configuration to make it work. We don't do it automatically, but we're always working on making it even more tightly integrated. And that is actually applicable to anyone, not on DreamPress, on any shared, so something worth looking at.
Only Unix shared.
Only what?
Only Unix shared. It doesn't work on Windows apparently.
Well, I guess I mean anywhere around here most. Not anywhere in the world necessarily. So, so this is starting to get a little more advanced. So there's something called Varnish, which is what's called a proxy cache. So or caching proxy. So it's a proxy just means something that sits in between something and something else. In this case, the internet and your application. So the Varnish is the one we're using here, and there are others. So what it does is it will sit there and listen to. It watches every connection coming through. It handles it, talks to the user, and then as the generated web pages are sent back out to the user, it just keeps a copy of it in case someone else wants that again. And you can set all kinds of configurations and everything, and it keeps everything in memory. And memory is a bazillion times faster than disk. approximately. So you generally want to keep things in memory if if possible. So that's relatively well. It's